Good morning. We're here on the second day of Business Startup, catching up with the lovely Kimberly Davies.
Thank you very much.
Morning, Kimberly. How are you?
Good morning, Simon.
Did you have a good first day yesterday?
I had a brilliant first day. I always have a good day when I come to the Business Startup Show.
And you've been to quite a few now, haven't you? You're becoming kind of one of our regular fixtures, which is always nice.
Yes, that is very nice. It makes me feel very welcome. We've got a lovely team here.
So for people then that don't know, obviously you obviously run your company called Sarsaparilla Marketing. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about exactly what it is you do and why our show and our audience is your company is particularly relevant to those.
Yeah, absolutely. Sarsaparilla is a marketing consulting and training agency that specializes in marketing purification. So most companies are wasting 50% of their marketing, and I help them decide what 50%, detox it out, make sure they're investing it instead of expensing it. But what I do specifically for the audience here at the Business Startup Show is I do a course called the Marketing Master Series, and it allows the small businesses who wouldn't normally be able to afford consulting fees to get a piece of that information, that vital information that they need for their business quite early on, so that they don't make those mistakes as they start up their business.
Okay. So what is the Marketing Master Series? And obviously we've kind of interviewed you before at a couple of them.
Yes.
Maybe you'd like to just tell us a little bit more about what's going to be covered in the next couple of them.
The Marketing Master Series is the only event for businesses that you go to that it trains you on the different areas of marketing, what you should be investing your money into, what you should not be investing your money into. But then we bring in brilliant guest speakers, like you've got Sharon Wright from the Dragon's Den here. She's going to be speaking at my next event. We've got all sorts of brilliant speakers come and inspire you. So I basically wear you out. Then I bring in a brilliant speaker to inspire you, and then I put my money where my mouth is, because I think all marketing should be a return on investment. So then I give you this wonderful networking event at the end, where you're not allowed to just sit in the corner and be invisible and drink the free drinks. You have to go out there and you have to interact, and you have to use the information that I gave you earlier on and apply it, and hopefully make your money back by the end of the day. Most businesses actually do make their money back, I'm very proud to say, by the end of their event.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
So do you think then marketing for a startup is important? I mean, it's generally kind of construed as something that you look at when you're slightly more established.
Yeah.
I mean, for a startup, would you say that getting it right from day one is important?
Absolutely vital. I mean, market research is where you should start before you do anything else with your business. You should find out if you even have a proper business. You should be out there getting feedback, not asking your mother and your father and your friends and your family. You need to start asking people who have businesses, the people who would be your target market or who you suspect are your target market. You have to find out and get that feedback and sculpt and mold your business to fulfill that need that's in the market.
So when people first start then, I mean, is there any kind of tips you can give where for kind of very little outlay of money they can kind of get in not an instant return, but a good return without having to spend a fortune? That's
exactly why I started the Marketing Master Series, because as businesses walk up and down the aisles of this one wonderful show that you guys have put together here, they're getting bombarded with social media, websites, branding, all these different aspects of marketing. They don't know which area they should be starting with and what they should be thinking about first. And that's why I've put together this program, because it allows people to understand this is what you should be thinking about first. But I mean, obviously the first starting point is that market research and getting that feedback. And that's another reason why I put together that networking at the end. Even for businesses that don't have their business up and running, they've just got an idea, they can still get honest feedback from people in an environment that's not intimidating, because obviously they don't want to go out to these big, heavy networking events right away. People would be more understanding.
Yeah, I mean, I think as you said, people do tend to ask their friends and family who are often a little bit too polite to just tell them that actually you kind of might have this wrong.
Yeah. They don't even know their target market. I can't tell you how many businesses I meet and they go, this is my target market. And everybody's my target market. Oh, that one really gets me. You can't be everything to everybody. If you try to do that, then you're nobody to everyone. So you have to be really specific about that niche, and you really don't know it until you go out there and you test it.
Yeah. So is there your kind of expertise in this area then, does it also come from kind of any mistakes and stumbles you've made on the way of launching your own business?
Oh, sure. I made so many mistakes when I first started up, and I was very, very lucky to be able to survive it, because I did that testing all along the way. Oh my gosh, where do I even start with the mistakes? I mean, the biggest mistake that I made was I thought I could do everything myself, and I didn't outsource. because I wanted to keep every penny and keep control over everything. So, for example, I'm not particularly good at finance. I put my hands up. I'm not particularly good at finance, but I spent 6 months trying to get my head around it so I could do bookkeeping and the accounting and everything myself. 6 months. If I had been out there selling for 6 months, I would have been able to pay an accountant for the next 3, 4, 5 years off the back of the sales that I would have gotten. So people have to recognize what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, and just outsource the things that are their weaknesses and surround themselves with people who are much better at those things than they are.
Yeah. So when is the next Marketing Masters event then? And if people are interested, how can they go about booking for that?
We run the Marketing Master Series every other month. The next one is linking sales and marketing. So that one, there's plenty of courses on marketing, there's plenty of courses on sales, but there's nothing that shows you how the two need to be working together to increase your profits.
Yeah.
So that one is on May 25th with Sharon Wright from the Dragon's Den. The next one is going to be in July, and that is PR versus advertising. So the idea of which one should you be using for your business, and if you do use advertising, what should you be doing to gather attention and get people to come to your business, and if you're going to attempt PR, how to get the newspapers and the media to basically be interested in you, how to capture that attention and get them to cover you.
Okay. And if people do want to book or kind of want more information, is there like a website or
yes,
a phone number
they can go to www.sarsaparilla Marketing, which is S for sugar, ARSAPARILLA marketing.com.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Kimberly. I hope you enjoy your second day at Business Starter.
Thank you very much.